Welcome to the Jeremy Hill live stream. I wasn't going to do a live stream, but I changed my mind today. I want to talk about that women, good women, do not have high body counts. Now, it's dark in here on purpose, all right? But let me tell you something. For some reason, women don't understand that there's only one type of woman that has a high body count, and that type of woman is a whore. Okay, I done seen women after women on different social media platforms try to justify the fact that they like to sleep around with different men. There's no excuse for being a whore. Okay, now a woman is at her highest value when she is still a virgin. Now don't get it twisted. Hold on, gentlemen. I do realize that it's hard to find a virgin. I do realize you probably never found one in America. But that is when a woman is at her highest value is when she is a virgin, period, point blank, period. Now, if a woman sleeps around with many men, she has already degraded herself, period. When women sleep around with different men, now she has a hard time being satisfied by other men. Do you understand what I'm saying? So she will always be able to compare her sexual relationship with any man at this time with other men who may have did things better than you did in the bedroom. I have seen many people try to use analogies and examples to tell women men's point of view about women who sleep around with many men. They have used the analogy about a car that has 0 miles on it and a car that has 100,000 miles on it, and they'll try to tell them things like, which one of these vehicles would you prefer? Which one of these type of vehicles would you choose? And of course, the man is going to say the one without 0 miles on it. But let me tell you this, gentlemen, you don't have to tell these women any of that stuff. Why? Because women already know that sleeping around is not attractive. Okay? They want to play stupid and dumb. Okay, I see y'all comments. Eric, you do not finish. I'll put you up here right now, but normally I have to finish and start out first. But basically, when you get around and you have a reputation for letting dudes skeet all in your face, skeet all up on you, you got 2 or 3 different baby daddies and stuff because you was out there getting a body count, nobody wants you in that situation. Do you understand? Being a promiscuous woman does not make you attractive. A lot of women try to lead with sexuality. A lot of you women think that if you can just give a man some sex, suck him off or lick on him and eat his booty and all this stuff like that, that you can make a man want you. Men do not want women who mess around with multiple men. A good woman, now I'm gonna make it very clear, very simple, very black and white, okay? A good woman does not, I repeat, does not have a high body count, period. Women who do have body counts are not good women. Now, there are women who may have 1 or 2 or 3, you know what I mean? I get that. But right now, we live in a culture, in a generation of women. We see a generation of women who prize themselves on being whorish. They make songs about it more now than they ever did before, like Suki with the good coochie, talking about eating the dude booty and all this stuff like this. The more disgusting a woman can be today, the more value she believes she has. Women morals have eroded. Do you understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Being a whore is what counts now. Being a whore is something that women today believe to be magnificent. They have thrown out values. They have thrown out chastity. They have thrown out scruples and value systems. They don't care about that no more. Only 2 things that these women want is money and sex, and to show off what God gave them to the public. Why? Because they have no value in themselves. Excuse me. When a woman feels that she has to show her body off to the world, what that simply means is they know they don't have nothing to give you. They know they don't have nothing to offer you other than their bodies. So whenever you try to approach a woman and you dating a woman and she says stuff like, I don't want to have sex unless I'm in a relationship. I don't want to do X, Y, and Z sexual unless I am married. She's using that like the figuratively, the figurative carrot that they use to dangle in front of the rabbit. She's using her sexuality, accessibility to her womb to try to ensnare you into a relationship because she has nothing else going on with her. When a woman uses her body to try to get a man into a relationship, that means she doesn't have enough personality to turn you on. That means she has nothing that she has achieved that will turn you on. There's nothing about her character or her poise or anything about her that will make a man want her. So she uses the one thing that she knows all men like, which is sex. And if a woman cannot turn a man on mentally or any other way without being a whore, she is not worth nothing at all. Do you understand what I'm saying here? So when you are vetting a woman, you have to throw out the fact that you can have sex with her. If you're vetting a woman for marriage, if you're vetting a woman for a relationship, or something serious, you have to throw out in the back of your mind that you can sleep with this woman, because you have to vet her based on her principles, based on her standards, based on what she perceives to be right and wrong. You have to vet her on the relationships that she also has had with her mother, her father, her friends. You have to vet her on her ability to understand and to cope with conflict. The majority of women today do not know how to have conflict or have conflict resolution. So most of the time, women who have high body counts are short-tempered, they dress horribly, they are selfish, and they do not take accountability for their actions. Do you understand? A lot of women who are sexual, hyper-independent are the very ones who experiment with alternative lifestyles. These are the women who first think they are heterosexual, then they want to try out being bisexual, and then they try out trying to be a lesbian, and then they try to sleep with trees and cars and cats and buzzards, anything to try to get their rocks off, because they believe that they have the liberty to vamp up, or should I say repackage, a sexual revolution. A woman that is easy to sleep with is a woman that will have no problems ending a marriage. Any woman that is easy sees life as something that should be easy for her. She believes that you should come along as a man and make her life easier. She thinks that you should make her happy. She believes that her job should be easy. She thinks that life should be easy. This is why when you meet these women with these high-ass body counts, any type of struggle, any type of complication, any type of hurdle, what they do, they quit. Most women who have high body counts are nothing more than quitters. These women live in the moment. These women are the ones who practice YOLO, you only live once, to hell with the consequences. Because that's all that YOLO means. Do you understand? So what you find is a bunch of these women with these type of body counts have so many baby daddies. Or they have already had many abortions. Or they have already had several miscarriages. Because their pH balance is off, I'm going to get to that in a minute. They have all these miscarriages because they sleep with different men. They're not taking care of themselves. They still go to the club when they're pregnant, showing the baby bump out and exposed. They don't care. Still drinking when they are pregnant. Do not want to be held accountable for their actions. And again, that pH balance is off because you're not supposed to have so many different dinglings in you throughout the month. I've seen videos where women have confessed to sleeping with several random men in 1 month's time, to the point where their teenage sons or their teenage daughters are familiar with the sexual escapades that their mother is having. You are not desirable when you have a reputation for being a whore. And a whore is simply someone who has a high body count. That's it. All these things that women are trying, all these things that women are experimenting with, brings down their value. A good woman is known not just by the things that she does, but by the things that she refuses to do. A woman who refuses to have a train ran on her, a woman who refuses to sleep with multiple men, has character. Like I said, it's gonna be a short live stream. Sunday I'll be back. So this might be about we're gonna say a 30-minute one. I'm sorry, we're already 10 minutes in. Now, women do not value their temples. It's easy to sleep with a woman if you have money, status. That's really all you need, money and status. You could be the ugliest man on the planet. As long as you got something to give to a woman, you can have sex with the low-life woman. Women who have high body counts are low-life women, in my most humble opinion. And I'm not saying this to bash women, but someone needs to tell you this. Having multiple partners is not good. A lot of you women are walking around right now with chlamydia, walking around with herpes, walking around with gonorrhea, walking around with HIV, walking around with AIDS, walking around with genital warts, walking around with all different types of things. Oh, okay, Cap. Let me look, bro. One second, gentlemen. I gotta send this out. One second, gentlemen. I gotta send this invite out via email. Okay, the invite is set. And like I said, I'm gonna be here for a little while. I'm not gonna be here too long. But yeah, what I was saying, a lot of you women are walking around right now. Your wombs have been destroyed, desecrated. You have committed blasphemy against your own womb. The portal where life comes out of. So many men have beat that up to the point where you can't feel a man's firmness when he puts it into you because it's so loose. Now, women have a hard time pair bonding now because of that. What do I mean? Women who have high body counts or women who have a lot of trauma. You will not find a woman who have slept with over five men who have not been emotionally scarred, mentally scarred, or what have you. And most women done had an STD. So what women go through, they go through what is called trauma bonding, which I'll be talking about that later, probably next Sunday. I don't know. This is where women get emotionally attached to an abusive man. Do you understand? That man puts them through stuff, and they keep going back to that man, justifying that man's wicked behavior towards them, making excuses for the reasons why he does what he does. And men are going through the same type of thing. Men are being connected to a woman through trauma bonding because they are hooked on a woman abusive ways. And I'm here to help set men free. I advocate for the men. This is not a channel for where these suckers come on here talk about, why don't you talk about the men? Go find them other type of channels, because this ain't it. So again, now, the women who have a problem with what the hell I say today, it's amazing to me how you say these things, but I would ask this question back maybe 10, 15 years ago, I would already know the answer, but the way that women are now, I don't know the answer. I would like to ask the women who have a problem with what I'm saying about being a whore out there, would you want your daughter to be a whore? Would you want your daughter to have a high body count? Would you want your daughter to have a whole bunch of nooks, pookie, ray-rays coming in and out of her? Would you like to see a whole bunch of men running trains on her? Would you like to see her out there living and doing taboo sexual things, involved with alternative lifestyle practices? Would you mad? Would that bother you? Now, I could have asked this in the 90s and a woman would say, oh, I wouldn't want that. But now in 2023, I don't know what they say, because everybody is doing something. And I look at the award show, the Essence Award show, where they had Janelle Monáe and Megan Thee Stallion twerking, funky, just shaking their booty, trying to represent all black women. Those are not the type of black women that I represent. Those are not the type of women that the men that I represent want. Those type of women are nothing more than fun girls, whores. Okay? It seems like now the more money a woman gets, the more whore she wants to become. When you get all this money, you are supposed, when you get all this money, you're supposed to better your life. Carry yourself with more class. There's nothing wrong with buying Louis and Gucci and Chanel, but be respectful and look like a lady when you wear the stuff. Because when you don't, let me try to see what it says up here. Social media has destroyed. I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. Social media did not destroy relationships. It is just a tool that people have to use when they are piss poor in character, brother. Jazz King, if I'm assuming that you're a man, you know. It's like money. Money can be used for good and money can be used for bad. Like a gun can be used for good and a gun can be used for bad. Social media just made things more easier for the corrupt in heart to do corrupt things. It is easier now to set up a man, meet a man on social media as a woman. Okay, Mr. Jazz King, I see you, Cap. I'll put you on just a second. It's easier to set a man up using social media on Instagram, tell him to meet you somewhere, and then y'all come out there and y'all rob him and take his life. See, we are dealing, gentlemen, with not really a sexual problem, but the lack of teaching. The women today who have daughters are not teaching their daughters how to be ladies. And they always want to blame it on the man. Where the man want to shoot out, the man don't want. Look, when you have a child and a man knows that, you are nothing more than somebody that a man wants to have sex with. When a man finds out that you have children, majority of the time, he don't want to take on the responsibility of another man's burden. You become a liability in every way once you expose the fact that you are a baby mama. Deal with it. You say it's not fair, but no one made you. No one made you carry that child full term. Nobody made you lay on your back and have sex without protection. Nobody made you to have what is called an anchor baby. In the hood, we call it keeper ninja babies. Trying to have a baby, trying to make the man stay in your life. When you do these things to yourself, your options on the dating market is slower, it's lowered. It's slim to none. The type of men that you ladies want after you done had 2 or 3 baby daddies, they do not want you. So what you have to do is try to find a way to make yourselves valuable to a man when you have all these kids because you are too busy having a high body count, sleeping with random men. Some of you don't even know the father's name. So you have to beat out the woman who is childless to try to get a good man. Unfortunately, on the dating market, the men are the consumers, the men are the buyers. Okay? You need to think about what the man wants. And I promise you right now, no man wants to raise other men's children. And a lot of these children that you have had outside of wedlock was not planned. A lot of you had children that wasn't planned because you were too busy living a lifestyle of promiscuity. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now I'm telling you what your mama should have told you and what your daddy should tell you and what your raggedy mouth helper friend should have told you. So having a high body count It's not productive. It's counterproductive. Not only is it immoral, but it makes your life harder. Now, you can use that double standard that men have. Guess what? Double standards exist and you'll never change that. Deal with it. You say men can sleep with all kinds of women and they looked at like champions. That's right. Deal with it. See, when it comes to double standards, they exist. You have some, ladies, men have some. For you, some of the most dumbest double standard I have heard is when women say they want a man that's over 6 feet tall with abs. But here it is, when you try to experiment with the alternative lifestyle and start to go sleep with your own gender, when you try to get you a lesbian or a stud, she doesn't have to be 6 feet in height. She could be 5'4". She could be 5'3", not in shape, round like the number O, circular like the number 0. And you'll take that woman. Sleep with that woman. Let her get that strap on and let her beat it up. You don't care about that then, but you care about it when it comes to the man. Make it make sense to me. You see, with a man, we don't care about that. We don't want you to be masculine. That what matters to you. You know why? It all comes down to evolution. To an extent, let me tell you why. Men are not looking for you to be 6 foot tall or we want you to be in shape. We want you to be fit. We want you to look kind of desirable. Why are we focused on that and not more focused on you trying to get guns and get degrees and stuff like that? Because those are forms of provision. A man have to be able to protect you. He can protect you by being a provider, by getting you a nice home, moving you out the hood, put you in a place where you have accessibility to higher education, better education for your children. Those things are supposed to be attractive to you. But when it comes to a woman, those things that you are attracted to, we are not attracted to those things. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to look softer. You have to look more gentle. You have to carry yourself in a feminine way. Why? Because that makes us want to protect you. We have a desire to protect those who we love. And that means that you have to have a aura about you that makes us feel that you need our protection. When you're going out there and you're trying to go get gun permits and all this other trash stuff, try to be a man some kind of masculine way, that is a turn off to us. I'm going to go ahead and add you in right now, Cap. I didn't know it was that 22 minutes right now. Okay, I'm going to add you in now, sir. One moment, brother. And also, Eric Payton Reed, I'm still going to try to make you a moderator as well. Okay, Cap, I don't know if you got your speaker on or not. It's a feedback coming.
Can you hear me?
Y'all can hear you, but it's a feedback. I heard music or some shit.
Oh, well, there's no music playing in my background, and I can just hear you just fine. Unless it's my AC. Maybe my AC in the background.
Hold on, let me try that. I just cut my music off and see what Okay, I guess it's just feedback on my side. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother. What you doing? What you got to contribute to the subject, brother?
Well, I totally agree 100% that good women do not have high body counts, no matter. And for all you women that may be listening to this live stream, who try to do all you can to justify having a high body count, how you can still be of high value. There's no way around, and I do mean no way, none so whatsoever, of being a hoe. No matter how you may try to justify, no matter, even if you may have been a very promiscuous woman in the past, with a high body count in the past, only to get reformed and turn your life around, that promiscuous past will always remain until the day you die.
I 100% agree with that. I do. Women do not understand the harm they bring into their own character when they get their reputation of being a whore. I met whores who have actually moved from city to city to wherever they're going to be because of a job or whatever it may be. But that little whorish thing in them, it remains. I done seen them still be with good men and still be a hoe. Still be whores. You know what I mean?
Right.
This can become a habit. Women don't understand that everybody's what they call it, a creature of habit. If you get in the habit of sleeping a whole lot of men, sleeping a whole bunch of women, that's something that you tend to always keep doing. Unless, like you said, get reformed. It could be a religious experience, or it might be an accident where you got ran over or something and you can't do it no more. But yeah.
Right. And even in some cases, Mr. Hill, some of the main women that may be reformed, for instance, may have turned away, put behind their promiscuous past or background, may happen to become a female minister, only to still be even more promiscuous once they give their lives over to God.
Yeah. I don't think a woman's supposed to be a preacher anyway. I know people don't like that, but I wasn't raised that way, and I stand on it. I don't think no woman, there's no one in the Bible supposed to be a preacher. But back to this thing right here. This thing about being a whore, this whore culture, the disgusting culture, that is what is trending. That is the most popular thing right now. I was making mention about I think it was the Essence Festival reward, or like they had Megan Thee Stallion, Janelle, all that stuff. All they doing was betraying themselves like whore, being whorish across there. I think it was Quincy Jones on there, and he had to cover his face, a legend like Quincy Jones and stuff. This is trash behavior. And like we have to stand up as men and talk out against it, but it's not just us. The women need to stand out against. I think India Areen, she said something. Other women have said something about that, and they have caught a lot of criticism. We as men who are decent do not want this type of woman to represent our woman. Would you agree?
I truly agree, Mr. Hill. By the way, I was just about to say that I did a video for all you people that may not know about my secondary / backup channel. The handle is at Capri's Social 2222 or 2222. I did a video about that same topic that Mr. Hill mentioned about India Ari catching a lot of backlash on behalf of her comments about how trashy both Meg Thee Stallion and the other lady, what's her name?
Janelle.
Yeah, Janelle Monáe showed or presented themselves as. Anyway, whether you pay attention or paying close attention right now, I don't know whether you keep you follow the most latest female artists, recording artists, or whatnot. But if you factor in Sexy Red, Lizzo, who else? Ice Spice, Suki Hunter, Janelle Monáe, who is, in my personal opinion, entirely too old to be presenting herself in such a trashy and slutty kind of way. Because Janelle Monáe, if I'm not mistaken, is 37 going on 38 years old, pretty much close to 40, and old enough pretty much to be a grandmother. But yet and still, it's like she's having this epiphany all of a sudden, or this midlife crisis, where she's now going on stage, performing live, showing her private parts, just to be able. And I look at it from this perspective as well, Mr. Hill. Most of the females nowadays, the most famous Black female recording artists / recording artists, are presenting themselves just to be able to gain a much more bigger following.
I agree with that. I think a lot of they going through their their midlife crisis too. You know what I'm saying? Because like the older these entertainers are, like Janelle Monáe, there are newer talent coming in, finer, better looking talent. So they trying to stay relevant. They're trying to stay relevant. But the thing is, they are sacrificing their dignity to be relevant. They becoming whores or portraying. A lot of these women portray the whorish culture, but they themselves are not whores. Just like Cardi B. Cardi B told everybody that she don't cook, she don't clean, how she get a ring. But every time you go online, you see her cooking for her husband Offset. You see her cleaning up the house. She don't want her daughter to hear her cussing on her own music. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like, it's a lot of hypocrisy among them. I don't cover them too much. Sometimes I cover them, sometimes I don't, because they live different lifestyle from what we live. Because they got so much money. That money should make them a little bit more wiser, but they actually don't. They don't actually do it.
Right.
Yeah, so what I'm about to
and go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I'm about to shut this down. Like I said, I'm gonna do a 30-minute one today. If you got anything final to say, man, go ahead and say it. I'm about to shut it down because I'm gonna do a half an hour today. On the weekdays, I try to do like half an hour.
By the way, I wanted to let you all know oh, somebody just said that Janelle is a lesbian anyway, which is no surprise. To be honest, Mr. Mike, I kind of figured that even before she did that lipstick lover video, how she always came across as more masculine than anything. Anyway, I'm not going to keep on holding you, Mr. Hill, but I just wanted you to know before I leave and everybody else that my channel, Capri Social Network, my official and most popular YouTube channel.
Shit, what the fuck? I mean, hit. Hey, bro. Hey, you. Hello? I didn't do that. He got a new channel on Capri Social Network. I think it's 422222 or something like that. Go check him out and subscribe. It's a backup channel. His I don't know. Sometimes things like this happen on here, but yeah, his first channel had gotten some kind of situation, so he got a backup channel. So go ahead and go there, check him out. He does pretty good content, kind of similar to subject matters that I do. So all right. Everybody out there, I want to thank y'all for everything that y'all done, and y'all just all have a good day or something like that. Y'all take it easy now. You hear? Let me try to put it on the thing. My click out thing. There it is.